Welcome to our exploration of a profound spiritual truth. Every obstacle is the way the universe tests you. This idea is not just a philosophical statement, it's a practical guide for navigating life's challenges. By understanding this, we can transform our approach to difficulties, turning them into opportunities for growth and enlightenment. Let's begin by considering the nature of obstacles. Often, when we encounter a barrier or a setback, our immediate reaction is resistance. We might feel anger, frustration, or despair. However, what if we viewed these obstacles not as impediments but as integral parts of our spiritual path? This shift in perception allows us to engage with our challenges more constructively. Obstacles are, fundamentally, a call to deepen our engagement with life. They force us to slow down, reevaluate, and possibly change course. This can be incredibly beneficial. For instance, when we face a challenge, we are required to summon resources we might not have realized we possessed. This can lead to discovering new strengths and capabilities. Consider a common scenario. You're passed over for a promotion at work. You can interpret this as a failure, or you can see it as a prompt to assess your current career path. Is this job truly aligning with your deepest values and skills? Perhaps this obstacle is an invitation to consider a path more suited to your passions and unique talents. Now, let's examine how we typically deal with obstacles. More often than not, we try to remove the obstacle as quickly as possible, seeking the path of least resistance. However, this approach can be short-sighted. It's like trimming a weed. It might disappear temporarily, but without dealing with the roots, it will likely re-emerge. Instead, when faced with an obstacle, we should first pause and reflect. What is this difficulty revealing about our beliefs, habits, or desires? This reflection is crucial because our outer world often mirrors our inner world. For example, if you continually face obstacles in your relationships, it might reflect unresolved issues within yourself, perhaps an inability to trust or a fear of intimacy.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
In this light, obstacles are not just external blocks, but reflections of our internal landscape. They are the universe's way of asking us to look inward and address areas that need healing or growth. This is why simply removing the obstacle is not enough. We must also learn from it. Moreover, the way we respond to challenges can change the nature of the obstacle itself. If we approach difficulties with openness and curiosity, we might find that they dissolve more readily or transform into something manageable. This approach requires a significant amount of courage and resilience, qualities that are honed through the very act of facing challenges. Here is something to deeply consider. What if the most significant obstacle you face is your perception of the situation? Often, our mental and emotional responses to problems magnify their impact. If we could shift our perspective, could we also shift the reality of the challenge? Now, consider the role of acceptance in dealing with obstacles. Resistance often amplifies the difficulty of a situation. When we resist what is happening, we expend energy fighting reality. Acceptance, on the other hand, does not mean passive resignation. It means recognizing and acknowledging the truth of the situation without emotional turmoil. By accepting an obstacle, you free up energy that can then be used to address the situation more effectively. This doesn't mean you want or approve of the difficulty, but you acknowledge it as the current reality. From this place of acceptance, you can then decide how best to navigate through or around the obstacle. Acceptance also opens the door to deeper wisdom. It allows us to see the obstacle in a broader context, perhaps as part of a larger pattern or as a necessary step in our evolution. When we stop seeing obstacles as merely negative disruptions and start viewing them as meaningful signals, we align more closely with the universe's rhythm and timing. In practical terms, this means when you face an obstacle, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you might ask, "What is this trying to teach me?" This question shifts your focus from victimhood to empowerment, from reaction to action. As we continue to explore the spiritual significance of obstacles, it becomes clear that they are not just hurdles to overcome, but are, in fact, integral to our spiritual evolution. This is a concept deeply rooted in many wisdom traditions around the world, where trials are seen as essential for the purification and deepening of the soul. When we shift our perspective to view obstacles as necessary for growth, we begin to approach each challenge with a sense of purpose. Instead of being random punishments or mere annoyances, obstacles become purposeful experiences, meticulously designed to forge our character and refine our spirits. Imagine you are navigating a difficult relationship that constantly challenges your patience and compassion. Instead of viewing this as a negative drain on your emotional resources, consider it a perfect, tailor-made course in personal development. This person and your interactions with them are not stumbling blocks but stepping stones, encouraging you to develop virtues like patience, understanding, and unconditional love. This brings us to a critical point: the development of virtues. Virtues are not just moral qualities. They are powers of the soul that are developed and strengthened through trials. Every obstacle provides us with an opportunity to practice virtues such as courage, perseverance, and humility. Each time we exercise these virtues, they become more ingrained in our character, transforming us into more resilient and compassionate beings. Furthermore, each obstacle offers a unique insight into the nature of our mind and heart. How you react to challenges reveals much about your current state of spiritual maturity. Do you become easily frustrated, or can you maintain your composure? Do you blame others, or do you take responsibility for your reactions? Observing your responses to obstacles can be a powerful form of self-inquiry, leading to deeper self-awareness and ultimately self-mastery. Self-mastery is crucial because it determines the quality of your life. The more you can manage your reactions and emotions, the more effectively you can navigate any situation. This does not mean becoming emotionally detached or indifferent. Rather, it means developing the ability to respond from a place of centered calmness, regardless of external circumstances. Now let's consider the power of perspective. Your perspective can dramatically alter your experience of an obstacle. For instance, if you view a challenging job as a burden, it can feel oppressive and frustrating. However, if you see it as an opportunity to learn and grow, the same job can feel energizing and fulfilling. This shift in perspective isn't just about positive thinking. It's about seeing more deeply into the true nature of things. It's recognizing that the universe doesn't create obstacles without reason. There is always a higher purpose, even if it's not immediately apparent. By aligning your perspective with this broader view, you open yourself up to the flow of wisdom that can guide you through any challenge. Let's also discuss the role of intuition in navigating obstacles. Intuition is that inner voice that guides you, often without logical reasoning. It's a powerful tool when facing challenges because it can offer insights that the rational mind might miss. When you encounter an obstacle, taking the time to quiet your mind and listen to your intuition can provide clarity and direction. Practically, this might mean meditating on the issue at hand, spending time in nature to clear your thoughts, or simply sitting quietly and asking your higher self for guidance. The key is to be open and receptive to whatever insights may come, even if they challenge your conventional way of thinking. Lastly, consider the transformative power of gratitude in the context of obstacles. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is abundant in your life. By practicing gratitude even in the face of difficulties, you maintain a high vibrational state that can attract positive outcomes and insights. Gratefulness also cultivates a resilient spirit that can withstand the pressures of any challenge. As we reflect on these ideas, it becomes evident that every obstacle does indeed serve a deeper purpose. They are not mere annoyances but profound invitations to evolve and expand our spiritual consciousness. Growth through integration. One of the most powerful ways to engage with obstacles is through the process of integration. This involves not only facing the challenge but also integrating the lessons and growth it offers into our lives. Integration ensures that the wisdom gained from each obstacle becomes a permanent part of our being, enriching our life experience and enhancing our capabilities. For instance, suppose you face recurring financial difficulties. Each instance provides an opportunity not just to solve the financial issue but to understand deeper patterns about your relationship with money. Are these difficulties prompting you to develop better financial management skills? Or could they be reflecting a deeper belief in scarcity that needs addressing? By integrating these lessons, you not only overcome the current obstacle but also lay a foundation for greater abundance and financial stability in the future. The role of community. Another aspect to consider when facing obstacles is the role of community. No one exists in isolation, and often our challenges are not ours alone to face. Engaging with a community, whether it's friends, family, or a spiritual group, can provide additional perspectives and support. Sharing our struggles with others who are understanding and supportive can lighten our emotional load and provide practical advice or assistance. Moreover, community interaction introduces the concept of collective wisdom. By sharing our journeys, we benefit from the experiences and insights of others. Perhaps someone in your community has faced a similar challenge and can offer guidance or an approach you hadn't considered. This collective wisdom can be incredibly empowering and can significantly ease the process of overcoming obstacles. Transcendence through service. In facing obstacles, there's also a unique opportunity for transcendence through service. Sometimes, the best way to deal with our own difficulties is to help others with theirs. This act of service can shift our focus from our problems to the welfare of others, providing psychological relief and a sense of purpose. Service also aligns us with a higher principle, that of unconditional love and contribution. By serving others, we embody these qualities, which can transform our own lives. For example, volunteering at a local charity can help shift your perspective on your personal struggles as you contribute to the well-being of others, often revealing new pathways through your own issues. Sustaining faith and patience. The journey through obstacles also requires the virtues of faith and patience. Faith involves trust in the process and confidence that, even if the path is unclear, it will lead to growth and resolution. Patience allows us to endure the journey without succumbing to frustration or despair. These virtues are not passive but are active aspects of a dynamic spiritual practice. They involve a deep commitment to staying the course, even when progress seems slow or invisible. Practicing faith and patience can be as simple as daily affirmations of trust in the universe, or as profound as meditation practices that center and calm the spirit. As we conclude this exploration, let us consider the profound implication of embracing every obstacle as a pathway designed by the universe for our growth. This perspective invites us to live life not as a series of random events, but as a coherent journey of evolution, each step imbued with purpose. In this light, every challenge becomes a sacred invitation to expand our understanding, to deepen our compassion, and to elevate our spirit. With this awareness, we navigate life not as victims of circumstance, but as active participants in a meaningful cosmic play, each obstacle a verse in the greater poem of our existence. By adopting this approach, we transform the very fabric of our daily experience, turning what might once have been burdens into blessings, and each step of struggle into a stride toward enlightenment. This is the true power of perceiving every obstacle as a way the universe tests and nurtures us, guiding us toward our ultimate potential. One of the profound realizations that come from viewing obstacles as spiritual tools is the concept of continuous learning. Life, in all its complexity, becomes a perpetual classroom where each challenge is a lesson designed to deepen our knowledge and refine our character. This perspective encourages a mindset of curiosity and openness, essential qualities for transformative growth. For example, a professional setback might initially seem like a failure, but with a learner's mindset, it becomes a valuable lesson in resilience, adaptability, and perhaps even redirection towards a path better suited to our deepest passions and skills. This approach not only makes the obstacle easier to manage, but also enriches our journey with invaluable insights and personal growth. The power of mindfulness. Mindfulness is another crucial tool in our spiritual toolkit for dealing with obstacles. It involves maintaining a moment-by-moment awareness of our thoughts, feelings, bodily sensations, and surrounding environment. Mindfulness practices help us observe our reactions to obstacles without judgment, allowing us to respond from a place of calmness and clarity rather than from frustration or impulsivity. By practicing mindfulness, we can catch ourselves before reacting negatively to a challenge, choosing instead to approach it with composure and strategic thought. This can dramatically change the outcome of any situation, turning potential conflicts into opportunities for peaceful resolution and mutual understanding. Harnessing creativity. Obstacles often require creative solutions. When faced with a challenge, tapping into our creativity can provide unexpected ways to overcome it. This might involve thinking outside the box, finding new uses for existing resources, or combining elements in novel ways. Creativity here is not limited to artistic expression. It encompasses any form of innovative thinking that breaks away from standard patterns. For instance, navigating a difficult relationship might require creative communication strategies, such as using metaphors or storytelling to convey feelings and ideas in a way that reduces defensive reactions and opens up new avenues for connection. Building spiritual resilience. Each obstacle also serves to build spiritual resilience, fortifying our inner strength and our ability to maintain our spiritual center in the face of life's ups and downs. Spiritual resilience is not about avoiding emotional pain or difficulty, but about learning to pass through these experiences with grace and wisdom. Practices such as meditation, prayer, or spiritual study can strengthen this resilience, offering us the inner peace and stability needed to face any challenge. They remind us of the bigger picture and reconnect us with our deeper values and the enduring presence of the divine, whatever our personal understanding of it might be. While the path through obstacles is often challenging, each milestone overcome is a cause for celebration. Acknowledging and celebrating these victories is crucial as it not only boosts our morale but also reinforces our capabilities and progress. Celebrations can be reflective, like journaling about our journey and achievements, or communal, like sharing successes with friends or a support group. These celebrations help cement the lessons learned and the growth achieved, making them more tangible and memorable. They remind us that, despite the difficulties, progress is being made and our efforts are fruitful. Ultimately, seeing obstacles as spiritual opportunities imbues our lives with a sense of purpose and direction. Each challenge is a call to grow, to expand our understanding, and to enhance our connection with ourselves and others. This perspective transforms our approach to life's difficulties, turning them from burdens into blessings that enrich and deepen our human experience. With this mindset, we not only navigate obstacles more effectively, but also contribute to a more compassionate and understanding world. We become beacons of resilience and wisdom, inspiring others with our approach to life's inevitable challenges. Thus, each obstacle, while a personal journey, also contributes to the collective growth and elevation of human consciousness.